Welcome back, guys, on my YouTube channel. Today I finally had some time to restore. This is one of the Rebel X demo bikes that we used for photo shoots and to test fit parts and kit. So this is practically a brand new bike, almost brand new, that we restored now to sell because it's a Beta RR430cc 2019 model, spec'd out to be ready to race rallies such as Tuareg, Morocco, Desert Challenge, and so on, the World Championship events, thanks to some of the features that now I will list you. Clearly, we start from the front because it's the most evident modification that we made. We put a rally kit, so a nav tower with a full fairing and street-legal LED lights. We have here a transparent windshield that gives you a nice visibility with a shape that's made for the bike to be more aerodynamic when you're at fast speeds out full throttle in the desert. We have two quick release because if we need to access any wiring, anything on the tower, we can remove the quick release with no tools. The full fairing comes down and we will be able to work on our bike. Then we have a headlight mask with a 215 watt each LED light. This headlight mask is designed in this way so that there is no internal reflection inside the windshield for when you're riding at night, something that instead happens with other solutions. But now let's move on to seeing what's behind this windshield and the features of this tower and what's on it. Now that we are on the rider side, I can show you what's installed on the tower. We have an F2R RB850. It's an electric road book, so it has the internal motor. You put here your paper roll, and to bring it back and forward, we have the F2R switch, which commands the trip master, and the roadbook, which lets you bring it forward and backward. We have an ICO trip master. This has the wheel sensor, so based on the wheel and circumference, you'll see the kilometers go forward and backwards, and with the switch, you'll be able to always adjust depending if you are getting lost or not. Underneath here, we have the OEM dashboard. The handlebar then is placed on the BRP mounts. These BRP mounts have a dampening system, so it gives you less fatigue because it absorbs a bit more of the vibration. And on these BRP mounts is mounted the Scott steering damper, fundamental for rallies, especially when you're out in the desert like in Morocco and you have a lot of rocks. This really saves you. It's adjustable, so you can adjust the angle of intervention, but also the strength, so how much you feel it. But now let me tell you a bit more about this tower and this rally kit. This kit will become available also for the newer Beta models, so the Beta 2020, 21, 22, 23. It's a patented plug-and-play system that lets you mount the tower without the need to drill any holes, without need to modify anything, so the bike is totally reversible to enduro. Now that you're on the side, you can see that we connected all the power to the F2R power box, and we still have some outlets that are free, so we can plug in if we want a second trip master or if we want a GPS. We have spare power. The F2R power box is a very useful item because it makes you run only two wires, a positive and negative, to the battery, and then all your connections are made directly here on the tower. Very useful, and it uses M8 circular connectors, which means, you know, just plug them in and they're very secure because you just tighten them. Always here from the side, you can see this is a modular system, and the very cool feature of this tower is that is future-proof. What I mean is that, let's say you don't want to run a road book, a paper road book and a trip master, you can remove this bracket and put a bracket for tablets or for the future ERTF GPS Unique 4, which will be implemented in the next Dakar, so it's going to be a totally digital system. Or you want to swap and put a MIGTEC or another roadbook. But in case you crash, the tower is designed with brackets that are supposed to bend first and absorb the impact so that you don't compromise the main tower body, which is what gets you then to the finish. This said, Here on this particular setup, we have this roadbook bracket that has this feature of the antennas bracket, because if you race in World Championship events or like Dakar, you have ERTF, ERI track antennas, so these come placed here. You have a secondary antennas bracket also behind where it's more protected. This usually in big rallies is used to put like spare levers, because you know if you crash you want to have the levers with you. So this also lets you put maybe a small tool bag. The roadbook bracket is adjustable not only in tilt angle but also in height, and you can bring it back and forth. So you have practically almost 3 axes of movement, which helps a lot because depending on the device you're using, depending on the handguards you're using, because there are so many on the market and it's impossible to test them all, you should find the perfect angle for you, for your height, for your preference in reading the road book. For big rallies and desert rallies, but also for adventure riding, you need a bit more fuel capacity, especially on the enduro bikes. On this Beta, we placed a 15-liter fuel tank. It's really well designed because it doesn't protrude too much here on top comparing it to the OEM, but also it lets you mount the OEM shrouds, and practically the shrouds come a bit wider. This, yes, it makes the bike slightly wider, but everything is inside here. And with the black, it really blends in where you don't see anything bulky. I really like it because it just makes the whole graphic of the bike look really nice. The graphic is the OEM because this was a demo bike, so practically all parts are OEM apart what we are applying. Other thing that we added was the Acerbis frame protectors in red and black. These protect the frame from getting scratched, but also add a bit of grip. Thanks to this black textured rubber, you have a bit more grip, really important when you get a bump that you didn't expect. Furthermore, we also added the swing arm protectors. One thing to know about these swing arm protectors is that every now and a while, when you clean your bike, you have to remove them because they go on top of the swing arm, but some dust and mud will eventually get inside. So we generally, after every rally or event, remove them and wash the full bike. On long rides, you want to have a good comfort for your ass. And we modified the seat. Here we have a Selle della Valle seat, which is higher than the OEM, so it goes flat. It helps when you're moving back and forward on the bike. It's all made in a quick dry leather, and this is a limited edition that will never be available, so it's exclusive to this bike because we were testing some new products. This is fully made in the quick dry leather, so in case it rains, you just wipe your hand and it's already dry. You have the camel humps, but the camel humps have the red texture on top of them and underneath the layer of memory foam to increase the comfort. So this is a seat you'll see only on this bike. Since this bike is made to take part even in a Dakar rally, even though in a Dakar you would need the rear tanks, which are available only on full build. They don't get sold by Rebel X, so they are provided directly to me that I build the bikes. But another small detail but very useful feature is the chain slider. We put the TM Design full chain slider kit. This is very important because the OEM Enduro chain sliders are in a very soft rubber, which is fine for Enduro where the speeds are low, but when you go at very high speeds for a lot of kilometers, they wear out pretty quick. On most bikes, they would not even last a full, World Championship rally. So with these ones, you can do a full Dakar rally, because I use them also on my personal bike, without having to worry about changing the chain sliders. To end with, we also put some different brake and clutch lever. These are unbreakable in the sense that these can pivot out in case you crash, so they're less prone to break. We put then some general motocross grips, but since this bike is for sale, whoever is interested, we can put foam rally grips if wanted. And we added open handguards. I'm a fan of open handguards. I don't like the closed ones, but still, this is another modification that can be made, and we can put closed handguards. But I like the design of these UFOplast ones. They provide enough protection. Well, guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this simple but effective, ready to rally race build. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this bike is a demo bike, so brand new, have like brand new radiators, engine and everything. This bike is available at a really interesting price for anyone that is looking for a ready-to-race bike, that wants to just buy a bike and go directly to a desert rally or even national minor rallies. As this bike has about almost 6,000 euros of upgrade between the full instruments, the rally kit, the tank, the steering damper, the chain slider, seat. It also has Dunlop rally tires. They are slightly used because we use the bike just to move around and to do scouting to find locations. But the price of the bike with everything on it as it is will be of approximately 10,900 euros. So I think very interesting price, because it's less than what a normal enduro bike costs new with nothing on it. And with this bike, you know that you can just show up at a rally and race. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram, because I'm doing some crazy builds now towards the end of the year. Be sure also to leave in the comments any particular question or doubt or something you want to tell me. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!